Welcome, everybody, to the Lavender Tone, episode 9. This one's called Shining Fates, and I think you'll find out why later if you don't already know.
Yeah.
I'm Rory. This is my co-host, AJ.
How's it going, everybody?
This is the weekly show where we go over all the Pokemon news and fun things going on. If you like the episode, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to keep up, subscribe. And if you want to go start a fight, just jump down in the comments. Say AJ's hat's stupid.
I'm trying to catch these hands.
Like that kid that said that the code cards didn't work.
Yeah.
He's like, none of the code cards work, and this went up 2 minutes ago. And you were like, bro, this went up like 3 hours ago. Anyways, before we hop into the news here, you got anything this week, AJ?
I guess you are calling it Shining Fates, so if you don't cover everything that I want covered, then I'll just take over from there. But other than
no worries.
Other than that, I'd say let's get in the news, and then we'll cover everything at the end if there's something that I want to say. You know, cool. I have my little thing at the end of the...
Yeah. So, I don't remember AJ yells at the sky. No, AJ's get off my lawn moment.
So we'll go there.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get to Shining Fates. So it is in the title. Okay. Off to Pokemon Go, how we usually start here. The Kalos celebration has started, so there's a bunch of Kalos Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I really like this because Kalos is Pokemon X and Y are like really maligned by the Pokemon community. I love Pokemon X and Y. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of weird because I love Pokemon X and Y. I love Pokemon Sun and Moon, which are also pretty divisive. But X and Y are really divisive. But I love X and Y. I want to play it again. It kind of, I don't want to say it reignited my love of Pokemon, but, and this is another opinion that's kind of iffy for some people. Black and White, like, it's fine. It's not my favorite. It's my least favorite generation. And then X and Y came out and like pulled me way back into Pokemon again. That's where I made my first competitive Pokemon. Wolfman and I would just create competitive Pokemon and just like, we literally just sit around watching TV, just EV training Pokemon or hatching Pokemon for IVs.
So that was Black and White, you said?
This is X and Y. Black and White was the one before it, which was the one I'm iffy on.
Were the games just Pokemon X and Pokemon Y?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Pokemon Black and White, which is Gen 5, and then Gen 6 was Pokemon X and Y.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's why if you look on evolutions, you see like the XY. Yeah. It's XY evolutions.
Okay. Because like when I jumped back in, it was Sun and Moon. That's when I jumped back into the games. But
the Sun and Moon came after X and Y.
Yeah. But the only thing I know about X and Y is evolutions, and that's really about it.
You would know the start, like Greninjas from X and Y. I mean, X and Y is cool. But anyways, I got off topic. I got on a tangent. There's multiple Pokemon from Kalos that are in it. I believe these are all of them. If I'm missing anybody, sorry. Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie, Bunnelby, Litleo, Fletchling, and Noibat have been added to the game. Every time they do this with Pokemon Go is like when I jump back in for like, because I like go on spurts with Pokemon Go, and like I've been playing a lot lately. I find so many Fennekin. I have found one Froakie and no Chespin, and it's annoying because I have a research thing for finding a Chespin, and I'm like, can't find one. I don't know if it's because I'm in the South, so Fennekin's a fire type, but sorry, I got a frog in my throat, everybody. got a Froakie in my throat. Love you. Cool. So moving on, they have also announced the next event for Pokemon Go, and it's based off of Secrets of the Jungle, the movie that we've been talking about off and on here, with Dada Zarude. It will be December 14th And there will be special research where you can get a shiny Celebi, and Jesse and James are returning to the game.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think Pokemon Energy was telling me it when Jesse and James are in the game, because there's like Team Rocket in there now.
Yeah.
The hot air balloon is the Meowth hot air balloon.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to jump back in for a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is also where the Explorer Pikachu that we talked about last week, it'll also be in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be December 14th as well.
So soon.
Yes. What is it? The 7th, a week from today. So, and now that we're watching the Pokemon anime, we're going to have to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So, we'll have a special of catching up with Ketchum. But moving on, Pokemon Cafe Mix Dragonite is now live. I kind of forgot about this until I was doing this, and I'm like, man, I need to jump in there and get Dragonite. So, you have until December 16th, so still got some time. And they also finally added in those 50 regular orders that I talked about. So for Pokemon Cafe Mix, not a lot of new stuff, just the stuff we talked about before has arrived, basically. So now we're moving on to everybody's favorite segment. It's Rory only cares about this Pokemon Masters Minute. And maybe AJ a little bit. So Lickitung has been added to the main egg pool. So when you get when there's not an egg event going on, sorry everybody. When there's not an egg event going on, you have a chance of getting a Lickitung. And then there's also the Regirock Legendary Arena we talked about went live today. So if you're watching this video, it's live, unless you're watching it way later. So, and that's actually it for Pokemon Masters. I didn't have a ton. Just a lot of stuff coming that it seemed like a lot of the news this week was just stuff we already talked about that was coming that has arrived. So now they did also the third batch of 12 episodes of Pokemon Journeys has come to Netflix. So if you want to watch that, head on over there. We also do another show called Catching Up with Ketchum, where every week we watch 3 episodes of it, and then we recap it. So if you want to watch along, we'll get to those 12 episodes in like a month and some change?
Something like that. I don't know.
pushing 2 months. Yeah. We're bad at math. We'll get there eventually, but we haven't talked about it here very much, but I have loved Pokemon Journey so far.
It's been really good.
Yeah, if you haven't watched, I would recommend watching. So we've got a couple people watching along with us, and I know they also have told me that they really like it. So, and they're not as into Pokemon as AJ and I are. So I think it's something that is just enjoyable on its own.
Yeah.
So. And that leads us to the title card. The Pokemon Company has announced the next TGC set. TCG set. That is hard to say. It's Shining Fates. So they basically took Hidden Fates and Shining Legends, and they just Frankenstein the name together to Shining Fates.
Yeah. My thing is I don't personally have a problem with the name. I think the names they come up with are stupid anyway. So
so I don't have a problem with it because I don't really care what the name is that much. Mm-hmm. It doesn't affect me very much what the name is. I will say it's a little lazy to just be like, well, what were our last 2 that had shiny Pokemon?
The thing is,
Shining Legends, Hidden Fates. Hidden Legends. Oh no, we'll use that next. This will be Shining Fates. We'll use Hidden Legends down the road.
My thing with this is I think that Shiny Starvie was a hit over there. It was like
No.
bigger than the last one that they had, I believe. And like I think with this one, what they're trying to hint at is it's like Shining Legends and Hidden Fates like times 10. So let's put the name together. I think that's
Yeah,
what they
I
were kind of
mean,
aiming at because like the cards in this set are like amazing.
no, I
Honestly.
agree.
Yeah.
I still think the name is lazy, but also I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to say for the people, because there is kind of like a debate about the name in
Yeah, there
general.
is.
I truly, when it boils down to it, I don't really care what the sets are named. There have been some stupid names. I thought Forbidden Light was a really dumb name. Um, if you really think about it, what's the difference between Burning Shadows and Darkness Ablaze? It's the same name, just with different way of saying it.
Yep.
So, but for the people that don't like the name, I also understand where you're coming from because I think the name is lazy and they could have done something else. So, that will come out February 19th, 2021. It will have over 190 cards, 100 shiny Pokemon, and over 30 Pokemon Vs and VMAXs. So, I'm excited for it with the caveat of if I can get my hands on it. It was hard enough for me to find Vivid Voltage,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I'll be opening a lot of this. I hope I will be, but with how much Shiny Star V is sold out, I'm not. I'm not too positive I'll be able to open it, but
So
somebody will.
yeah, so I'm gonna get a little bit in more depth in Shining Fates if you don't have any more to say.
No, that is the end of the news, and now we are going to move on to get off of AJ's lawn.
Okay, so to start off, I don't have anything bad to say right now. It's just a more in depth of Shining Fates. So there are the over 190 cards. There's 100 shiny Pokemon. There's 30, more than 30 Pokemon V and Pokemon V Max. There's 9 shiny Pokemon V, 7 shiny Pokemon V Max, and 3 new Amazing Rares. Um,
Oh, are the amazing rares going to be the Kyogre, Yveltal? Oh, I didn't know those were coming with this.
yeah.
That's
So those
cool.
are coming.
I
We're
want those.
also getting the shiny Charizard V Max. That's coming in Shining Fates.
You mean the thing that we predicted?
Yeah.
The second
Yeah.
that the shiny Charizard and the Rainbow Charizard VMAX game.
The next thing is there's going to be another ETB. I've heard people talk about the ETB, but like a lot of people haven't talked about how this one it's 10 packs again, just like Champions Path. And people haven't said this, but there is an EVV Max promo card that comes with it, and it looks pretty sweet.
I kind of figured it would follow the same
Yeah.
track of Champions, but like I figure these smaller releases are just gonna kind of take that route.
Yeah. So I was talking to the guy at my local LGS, and he was talking about
Ooh,
how
AJ, the question.
what
Me.
what
What's a GS?
LGS local game store.
Should use my context clues. Continue.
But yeah, we were talking about it, and he's like, it comes with an EV promo card. I just don't know if it's a V or a V Max because in the last box there's a Charizard V Max on the box, but we got a Charizard V. So now we know it's a V Max. At least that's what that's what this website says. Who knows? And then you have the 310s that come out, which Hidden Fates had 10s with a promo card, and it only had 4 packs in it, and it was like $20. And this 10 has 6 Pokemon packs in it, and the promo card you get is a shiny V card, so that's pretty sick as well. You're gonna have to just take one is Boltund, is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is
Eldegoss?
Cramorant,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one is the Eldegoss, and they all look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Pikachu V box that's coming out. It looks like it has 4 Pokemon packs in it. And then that comes with the jumbo card and a Pikachu V. And then there's 4 different pin sets that are coming out. Which doesn't really make much sense to me because all of them have just a regular promo, not a shiny promo, which doesn't make any sense to me. But it's just like the pin sets for Champions Path, 3 packs of pin, and then a regular card. Yeah. And then another thing that I think is going to be kind of a hit this time is the little like Altoid 10s of the Pokemon cards. There is 5 of them. They're $9 and you get 2 packs in them. And yeah, I think people are going to be collecting them a lot, and $9 as opposed to like some of these other prices.
Well, yeah, isn't that different on this one? That because on those tins usually don't they before? At least this is what I heard. I've only ever bought one of those tins.
Yeah.
Didn't they have the pack that was the namesake of whatever tin it was? So like you got the Darkness Ablaze one, and then it just had like a random pack. Like right, this one is actually 2 Shining Fates packs,
and then you get the coin. Yeah. So,
but like you actually will get 2 of Shining Fates, not Shining Fates and XY Breakthrough, or XY Steam Siege.
And then I think the thing that's going to be the biggest hit here is it's a $40 box, and there's a Shiny Crobat VMAX that comes with a Shiny Crobat VMAX and a Shiny Crobat V. Those are the true promo. 2 promos, and then the other one is a Dragapult, and that comes with a Shiny V and a Shiny VMAX, and they look amazing.
I love Dragapult. And Crobat's still one of the best cards in the actual meta, right?
Sure
that's going to be everyone's going to want that.
So these boxes are kind of like these are going to be the hardest boxes to get a hold of, hands down. I am calling it now. I think that out of the whole thing that's releasing, it's going to be those boxes there. Because literally the Crobat and the Crobat VMAX, that's like you're already paying for those 2 cards right there alone, and then you're getting the packs as well. Because Crobat is not cheap because it's being played right now. So, yeah.
I finally have one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I have 2 boxes. I have 2 ETBs on order, and then
you're lucky duck.
Yeah. And then if he still has pre-orders available, I'm gonna try and get those 3 10s because I really want those 10s, like the bigger ones with the 6 packs. And I think that's really where I'm gonna lay off on it. Personally,
I'm hoping I can get my hands on some. I'm just like reloading my 2 because I basically have 2 card shops that I buy from here, and I just like every day I go in and I check their page. And I also go on Pokemon Center and check that just every day, check in on it. Just, is it here?
Check GameStop too, because GameStop puts up pre-orders as well. But I mean, I'd love to get my hands on the $40 boxes, but I highly doubt I'll be able to do that. We'll see.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. We picked a weird time to we jumped into this right before the storm hit.
Yeah.
Because we jumped in and well, I mean, we've been collecting for 2 years, but we jumped into really doing this when we started the Instagram in May or June. And that was right, we had a couple months and then boom, it hit. I didn't have any problem getting Darkness Ablaze when it came out.
Yeah.
I was able to get, Darkness Ablaze booster boxes were up on my card sites for a long time. It wasn't any issue getting them. And then Champions Path hit and everything changed.
Yeah, it was a mixture of that and the man's name that we shall not name.
Yeah.
But
it was Champions Path came out, and then that happened at the same time, and then the sports card thing where it was sports cards were already popping off, so it was like a trickle over into Pokemon cards. So I want it to slow down a little bit. God, I want it to slow down. We were talking about it the day that you got your ETBs, I was just like, I talked to AJ and I was just like, man, I'm just tired, like, of having to like scrounge for this stuff all the time.
Yeah, and like your situation is different than mine. Like where you're at, COVID is like ridiculous again, and it had already been ridiculous. Where mine, it's climbing. It's getting there, but like I was in the card shop while he was on the phone placing the order. And then he told me that he's only doing in-person pre-orders. So I was just like, I'm going to hop on this now. So that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he was just like, I only have a certain amount open. So if you come in and there's still some left, then okay. So.
And then I'm like, you won't catch me dead inside a card shop now. Yeah, everything's terrible here. Everything's on fire. I won't get out of the car. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. I am excited for it. I'm tempering. I'm trying to keep my expectations low because I don't know what I'll get. I don't know if I'll be able to open this. So I don't want to get super excited about opening it and then it comes and I don't get to open any.
Let's also take a look at this as well. And this was our main gripe with Champions Path, was how little it was and how repetitive it was.
Yes.
I mean, I can't complain because of the pulls that I got and the one pull that I got.
Yeah, you got the big boy. One of the big boys.
Let's look at this. There's over 190 cards and more than 100 are shiny.
Well, and wasn't Champions Path only had like 70 cards in it, right?
Yeah. And I mean, this is like there's only a couple, but it's like out of the 190, 100 of them are shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's amazing. Like that's what I loved about Hidden Fates. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I opened those 4 packs of Hidden Fates a couple weeks ago, and I got 2 shinies out of 4 packs.
Yeah, so that's why I enjoy these ones better. But I'm also, and I guess like I've had good things to say, but like this is where I'm gonna come in a little bit with a hot take. Is it's gonna be dry for us, I feel like, because there was supposed to be a set that comes out soon. It's typical that a new set comes out soon. And this is our new
3-4 months, right?
Yeah, this is our new set, so we aren't going to have another set until like the springtime.
Yeah. Yeah, because, okay, so Vivid Voltage came out in October?
Yeah.
Or November?
It came out in it came out in November because we opened our pre-releases on Halloween.
So we were already predicting, we were like, okay, if it came out in November, every 3-4 months, we'll probably get a new set in February. Well, we were right. We are getting a new set in February, but we didn't see this coming.
No.
So
I'm not going to complain.
Even though we really probably should have, considering Shiny Star V was what was in.
Yeah. But
we really probably should have.
I think it'll be towards the end of spring, maybe heading towards the summer. And I mean, we'll get the Japanese expansion that's over there, which is like, it's like something strike for both of them. But yeah, that's my thing is like, I'm just worried it's going to be a little dry for a little bit, but I can't really complain because I think this set's going to be amazing if we can get our hands on a lot of it. So,
I mean, the thing is, it's going to be dry for a little bit regardless because it's only December 7th and this doesn't come out until February 19th. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be dry for a little bit anyways. Yeah. We always knew it was going to be pretty dry over the holidays and everything. So anyways,
yeah,
I think
that's
any
all
other final thoughts?
That's all I got. So
all right, AJ said get off his lawn. So how are we doing on time, AJ? How long are we going?
We're at 24 minutes.
24 minutes? Okay. Well, I think we can pivot to the next segment. I was depending on how long we were going. We're maybe going to hold off till next week, but we got a little bit of time. So we are going to do a little exhibition battle for you on Pokemon Online.
All right, so we're back. We jumped over to get ready to play, but we're gonna save that for next week. We're gonna get through the episode. It's just gonna take too long for us to play, so I suggested that we go over our top 3 cards that we've pulled or bought. So you have your top 3 and I have mine, so I'll let you go ahead and start since you are the host.
Cool. So it's perfect. This one segues perfectly. So we're not playing because we took too long talking about Shining Fates. So I decided from one of my cards to do my favorite pull from Shining Legends. This card I really love because I had gotten quite a bit of Shining Legends and hadn't pulled anything really. And then one day I got one of those like discount packs at Target that just has like 2 packs and then like 40 sleeves. But I saw Shining Legends in there and I was like, I mean, this is $10. That's almost the price of Shining Legends by itself. So
I think that's a little bit more than $10.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I got it, and I had 1 pack, and I pulled this, and I lost my mind and FaceTimed AJ immediately.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of my favorite cards right there. I love this card because it's a hollow, but like the hollow around Rayquaza is just like normal, and then he's like elevated off the card.
Yeah.
It's just really coolly textured. I love it. So I guess I should say he or she. I don't know Rayquaza's gender.
Do you just want to go straight through your 3, or do you want to pass it on?
No, you go next.
Okay.
While I put him or her back in her home.
I'll go over this one. I'll show it to Rory real quick.
Oh,
and then
you all have a treat coming.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make it so that you guys can see it, but yeah, everything's behind. But yes, this is when I started getting back into. I had always been collecting. It's been like 3 years. I know we've been saying 2, but it's been like almost 3 years. And we took like a year off, kind of like collecting here and there. And this was from, I believe, Rebel Clash. And this is what changed my mind, because I was like, what is a V card? And this is amazing. And I realized it's a V and it's a full art. And I never realized how much I love Toxtricity. And I love him now. He's a great goofy looking Pokemon with his tongue hanging out of his mouth. So
I do like Toxtricity a lot. So, I used one in my Sun and Moon playthrough, my first one.
Yeah, there he is.
All right. So sorry you had to hear that. That's me trying to get my card back in its top loader correctly. So my next card, this card is not anything special by itself. I think it's worth like $3. But for 2 years of collecting Pokemon cards, I had bought so many packs and I had collected so many Pokemon. And you can ask AJ, I could not pull a full art trainer to save my life. 2 years of collecting Pokemon cards and I could not pull a full art trainer. And then a couple months ago, we were opening packs on stream and a random pack from X and Y gave me this. And I know it's something special, but I love it so much. And it kind of broke my bad luck too, because in the time since then, I think I have like 5 full art trainers now. Yeah. So I've got like Kabu, Opal, Piers. So definitely it kind of broke my bad streak there.
Ooh. I guess I'll go next, right? Yeah, me.
That's generally how it goes.
My next card that I have is, I think it was my first post on this channel, on our Instagram. This card is worth nothing, but I love the artwork on it, and it was the first Pokemon card I had ever bought. So I'll show you it right here.
Oh yes.
This card is amazing. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get that to show you guys, but yes, Ultra Recon Squad. The artwork on it is amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorites, and I want to collect more. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that.
It was definitely your first card on the channel. I remember that because I remember that was right when we were deciding on our schedule.
Yep.
And we were like, okay, Mondays we'll alternate back and forth of both just posting something that we love
Yeah.
and just talking about it.
Yep.
And since then, we've it's just been like we still alternate every Monday, but like we also just post almost every day. So
Yeah.
just like, but like I remember that for that first Monday, because you were like, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? And I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So can you go first?
Yeah.
I was very nervous about making posts when the channel first started.
Now look at you.
Very much not so now. So my next and last card here, everybody probably knows what it is. I've showed it off. I think I've made 2 different posts about it on the channel, but it's my greatest achievement in Pokemon collecting. And it is. It is the hyper rare Charizard from Burning Shadows. And I got this on a whim. I went to Target and they literally, I remember because we were still early on in collecting. I didn't know that much other than AJ would always tell me Burning Shadows has this Charizard in it that everybody wants. So when I saw Burning Shadows, that's the one I would usually get. And they're literally, I remember, because this is when they still had the cards at the check lane before they moved them back to the toys. And I was leaving and I was like, let's look at the Pokemon cards. And I walked over there and I see 3 Burning Shadows left. Just 3 of them hanging there. I think it was when Burning Shadows was getting phased out.
Yeah.
So I saw them hanging there and I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't see these anymore. I'm going to grab. And I grabbed all 3 of them and I went home and I opened it and this was in there. And I didn't know what I pulled for sure. And I had to call AJ and he confirmed it for me. And then he screamed. So
yeah.
He did his, oh my God.
Let's also not forget, you're like, I don't know what I have here.
Yeah, I was like, because I was like, is this it? Is this the Charizard?
Yeah.
And I sent you a picture because we were like, I think we were video calling on like Snapchat. And all of a sudden, like I sent the picture and then all I hear is, oh my God. And I was like, it's the Charizard.
That card is that was the Charizard card before all this hype started. So
I love
it. It's growing in value. It's next to impossible to pull. And it is one of the deciding factors of us picking Burning Shadows as us being the first thing we collected. So props to the guy at Pokemaniacs for convincing us.
Yes. And I remember I called him and I was like, I remember asking him, I was like, okay, how much would you give me for this Charizard? And he told me, and I was like, that's a lot of money. Yeah. And like, I wasn't super into collecting at that point. And I was like, that's a lot of money. Like, I could buy a lot more Pokemon cards with that. And then I was like, what do you think I should do? And he was like, he was cool. He was like, I mean, I really want to buy it from you. But if it were me, I wouldn't sell it. Yeah. And I was like, I appreciate your honesty. And I'll come buy some cards this week. I'll come buy some packs. But I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. You brought it in, showed him, didn't you?
I did not take it in.
Oh, I thought you did.
I did not. No, I was too scared to take it anywhere.
Oh, and he gave you that like crazy case to put it in.
He did. That's true. Because I told him about it, and he was like, "Here you go," and he gave me this cool case. Now it's in a top loader just for convenience, but.
So for the longest,
I wonder what AJ's is gonna be.
For the longest time, I have been known for like stupid luck on pulling things, but I have never pulled anything ridiculously valuable. And I would always give Rory crap because he has the most expensive card that any of us have ever pulled, but like he pulls nothing almost all the time. It's kind of like the ongoing joke of this channel, but during but during Champions Path, my luck had been broken, and I pulled the shiny Charizard V, and you and I. This was live too. We had it on our live stream on Instagram, and we both lost our shit. But yeah, that's I will cherish this card forever. So
I hadn't seen it really since you pulled it, and I didn't remember that you. I mean, we both screamed, and I didn't remember that you got up and your camera fell down
yeah.
when you got up. I didn't remember that because I was too busy screaming when it happened.
Yep.
We just lost our minds. So
Mhm.
it's probably the highlight of the channel so far. I can't think of anything else that would beat it. But yes, no, I am very glad that every time I complain about getting terrible pulls compared to AJ's, he can no longer go, well, you pulled the Hyper Rare Charizard and a Burning Shadows. It's like, I have to be like, AJ, I pulled that 2 years ago. Like, cut me some slack. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. You still pulled it. And I'm like, now you have a shiny Charizard, and now we're even, and you just still have great luck.
I do. I will admit that I do.
We all know it. Half the live streams are me sitting there watching AJ open fun cards while I open nothing.
I will say one that's grown on me, that I want to have a complete collection of. And I'll show you. This one almost made it, but it hasn't yet. It's still growing on me, but it's this one.
Oh yeah, that card's awesome.
It's Erica and Vileplume. And I have loved grass type Pokemon since I was a kid. But I didn't really ever know about Erica. And like as I've gotten older, like Erica's one of my favorite trainers. So yeah, I want to get the full art version of her because I have the GX and then I have the hyper rare, but I need the full art. So but yeah, that's all I got. Man.
Honestly, I never knew until last week's episode where Spencer asked you. I didn't know that you like grass types so much.
Yeah.
So, well, everybody, I think that's going to wrap it up. We're definitely over the 30 minutes I always aim for, but probably still less than if we played Pokemon. Yeah. So, if you liked the episode, give it a like. If you want to see more in the future, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to tell us your favorite pull, do it in the comments.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. So
yeah, same. So I think that's all I got. You got anything?
That's all I got.
All right, everybody. This has been the Lavender Tone, episode 9. Shining Faith?
Yeah.
I always have to like think of the names and be like, wait, which combination is it?
Yeah.
Shining Fates. All right, everybody. See you next week.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.